So how do you backtest a Forex strategy? I'm Israel Kimid from Vintageducation.com, and that's what I'm going to talk about in today's video. And I'm also going to talk about what most people don't want you to know when it comes to how to backtest a Forex trading strategy. So let's go behind the scenes. I'm going to literally get into the laptop screen and let's take it from there. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to talk about backtesting, and I'm going to basically, I've got my screen recording. We're going to be going back and forth between you looking at me as I'm talking to you, and obviously we're going to be looking at my charts as well. Alright, so just quickly, just to get into this, what is backtesting? We're going to talk about how to backtest and the one thing they don't want you to know about backtesting. But before we get, let me just give you a quick rundown of what backtesting is. So in a nutshell, a couple of sentences, backtesting is where you get this signal or this system or whatever it is, trading strategy, and you go over charts, okay, and you say, okay, you know what, based on this strategy I've created, if I was looking at this in real time, this strategy would have told me to buy here, for example, or sell here, for example. And what people tell you to do is to say, get a spreadsheet and you go through however many examples, okay, 10, 20, 30, whatever, 100, and just look at it. Okay, oh, you would have won here, you would have lost here, you would have won here, you would have lost here, etc., all this kind of stuff, and this is the end result. And you use that to then identify, okay, whether this is a good strategy or not. Okay, now, is this a good strategy? It's okay, but let's look at the charts and I'll kind of give you another representation of this, and then kind of tell you what really happens when most people start backtesting. Okay, so let's look at the charts right now. Right, so these are my charts right now, just a couple of different currencies that I look at and like to trade. For this particular example, we can pick any. I'll pick the USD JPY. All right, one of my favorite currencies to trade over recent years. All right, so what you're going to do is, in regards to backtesting, so you've got this particular strategy now. Oh, I want to sell at double tops, or I want to buy at double bottoms. Okay, what a double top is and a double bottom isn't really essential, but I'll kind of just walk you through it so you kind of understand. So okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to look at the charts and say, you know what, every time I see a double bottom, I'm going to buy. Every time I see a double top, I'm going to sell. So what people do is they'll come to the chart and say, okay, you know what, okay, price on this particular occasion topped out here, then topped out again, and I would have sold here, okay, and I would have made this much. Well, in fact, I would have actually made all of this. Okay, so that's one trade to me. Okay, made about 120 pips on this particular trade. That's what I made. Okay, so you go to your spreadsheet. Oh, okay, 120 pips up. Okay, let's go back. Oh, okay, you know what, this is a double bottom. Price bottomed here, and then price bottomed here again. Okay, I would have taken this trade, and what would happen is price would went up a little bit, and then price would have dropped down here for a loss. And if it ended here and we moved to the next situation, then fair enough. But do you want to know what really happens in these kind of situations? Okay, let's look at this. So yes, you do this, and then you come in and say, okay, you know what, but I wouldn't have actually lost this because I would have ended at this green line here, and when price came back, I'd have said, you know what, price is not going to go there, let me just close out. So we're break even. So I've had one winner and one break even. But do you know what you just did there when you did that? Okay, you took what is supposed to be an objective situation here, sorry, and you've made it subjective. Subjective to what? The strategy? No, to you. Now what can happen anytime you look at this? Oh, okay, well, I wouldn't have taken that trade, even though the rule said I wouldn't have taken this. What are you doing in the bigger thing, in the bigger scheme of things? You're actually not even sticking to the rules of the trading plan. And that's what a lot of people don't want to tell you about backtesting. People will say, oh, you know what, go and backtest, go and take a trading strategy, just go and backtest it. Go and backtest it, not backtest it. And the problem is they don't treat it with discipline. what's even more significant, do you want to know about backtesting? Backtesting is dealing with a market that isn't in real time. What does that mean, and why is that so significant? Well, because it's not in real time, you're missing probably the biggest ingredient in Forex trading for traders, especially retail traders: emotion. And what does emotion lead to? Or what does emotion dictate, really? Your Forex psychology. Forex psychology is the most important thing in regards to trading. Your mental makeup. Okay? So if you're looking at all of these charts and you say, okay, yeah, I would have taken this trade in 120. I would have taken this long position, but because it came back down a second time, I wouldn't have taken that trade, or I would have closed out for a break even. I wouldn't have lost. So let's keep going. Okay? Oh, you know what? Price just topped out here for the whole day. So I know I would have taken this trade. Oh, and look what happens. I wouldn't have taken it to here. I would have taken the whole trade, because we're letting those winners run. Okay? That's what people say. This is all profit, because we're going to let those winners run, and we're going to cut the losers short. Well, how do you know which is a loser and which is a winner? You don't. Subjectivity again. Okay? So what backtested, when they say this is how you backtest, okay, what backtest is promoted as is this really objective scenario. Whether it is or whether it isn't is debatable, but what typically happens is people take this objective opportunity and it becomes really subjective. Well, Israel, this is what you're saying, all this stuff about backtesting. What do you recommend? Okay, I'm glad you asked. Okay, if you're going to backtest, fair enough. Okay, but one thing I want to say is don't backtest under the illusion that what you do here is going to actually happen in the real world. It's sort of like going to trade on a demo account and then say, you know what, this is exactly how it's going to be on the real live account. No, it's not. Why? Because with no money, there's no emotion, there's no physical attachment, there's no need for real strong discipline. You can make an excuse all you want. What I recommend you put more stock in, no pun intended, in regards to learning a strategy. Start trading on a live account. Oh, you're saying trade on a live account? Yes, with small amount of money. Okay, $50, $100, really small. But you're trading a strategy, and I don't mean for 1 week. Okay, trade it for a month, 2 months, get some data. Why are you going to do that? Because that's the real back testing. Okay, let's call it forward testing or real-time testing. It's not subjective. So it's not subjective. It's not made up. This is real charts, real currencies, and more importantly, real money, which will lead to real emotion. Okay, how do you backtest? You don't backtest. Okay, in a nutshell, open a live account with a really small amount of money, trade disciplined with small amounts of money, and use the strategy you're talking about and see how it goes. Why won't most people tell you that? Most people will tell you to focus on backtesting. Why? Because everything looks good in backtesting. Okay, if you go and make a decision based on backtesting, 80-90% of the time you're going to be a sucker for whatever they're selling you, that robot or that strategy. Okay, why don't people say, okay, look, go and do this on real time, use it on real charts? Why? Because you will see for yourself, this doesn't work, this is a joke. Use it for a month, 2 months, you say, I didn't make any money with this. This thing doesn't. This is extremely different in real time than it is what they're promoting it in backtesting, because that's how they're trying to dupe you. It's that simple. Okay, take a strategy you're going to use, put $50, $100, £100, whatever it is, whatever currency suits you. Okay, a small amount of it, trade it. Okay, mini, micro lots, all of that kind of stuff, macro lots, and then use the system and see it. Jot it down, trading journal, all of that kind of stuff, and see what it looks like. It's that simple. Then, if it's a dud, you know what to do. Throw it away. If you get decent results, look at it, okay, and say, okay, you know what? Where did my profit get lost? Okay, why did I only make a little bit of money? Why was I break even? Why was I a little minimal loss? Why? A few tweaks by doing that could take that to decent profit. Okay, you could be onto a winner. if you just hit out the park, well, this isn't rocket science. Okay, let me put a bit more money in. Okay, let me continue to use this, but at the same time, let me look at my data, all of my journal notes, my analysis, and say, okay, you know what, how can I improve this? Where did I fall short? Okay, you kind of cut that out and you kind of improve on the parts that you did well. That winner can become a really viable live trading account system strategy with real money. So you add more money and you continually do that. What's that doing? Number one, that's testing the strategy. Number two, you're working your way into the strategy and into the trade, building the trading account. That's how you trade. Okay, and I've given you that in under 20 minutes for free. It's simple. Don't waste your time solely on backtesting, and don't put 100% stock in backtesting. You can use backtesting, but know for a surety that this is fun and games. Okay, ultimately go into the real world, live account, small amount of money, trade that strategy, not for a week, not for a day, for a couple of months, a month, 2 months. Look at the data, reassess it, either throw it away, rejig it to make it a bit better, or if it's a winner, just rejig it again, but keep you doing it with more money. Okay, if you're in that middle category, maybe you don't add more money, maybe you just do it again with changes and see what it does. If it's a winner, it's made money over a month, 2 months, increase the money and still tweak it to try and make it better. It's just that simple. Or if you don't want to tweak it, just increase the money and take it like that. It's that simple. So that's it. Under 20 minutes, a really prime example of what you should be doing when it comes to backtesting. Okay, whether you should be backtesting or not. If you want to learn more about how I trade the Forex markets, then obviously I'm going to post a couple of links below the video. You can attend my free Forex workshop. I'm going to put another link down there for one of my free Forex courses, which is going to talk about stuff like this. Okay, but different stuff. Okay, more stuff to get you really thinking about how profitable Forex traders think. So on that note, thanks and take care, and all the best of your Forex trading. And always remember, as I like to say, you're just one trade away, and Forex trading can actually pay your bills. Thanks and take care. So hey there again. I know you've watched the video now. You've seen what they don't want you to know about backtesting when it comes to how to backtest the trading strategy. And on top of that, you've got my one recommendation, what I recommend you should do, which you should put more stock into, no pun intended, instead of backtesting. Okay, so right now, all you have, I hope you take what I said on board. And if you want to learn more about how I trade the Forex markets or what I do, I'm going to post a couple of links below this video. Okay, so for example, if you want to learn how I'm trading the Forex markets, then literally the first link in this description is going to be a free workshop that I'm holding that you can attend, okay, today. On top of that, I'm also going to put a link to my free DVD, okay, free Forex trading, where I talk about more of the things like I talked about in this video, okay. We're not going to cover backtesting in that DVD, but we're going to cover other different things which are really vital to you, but most people out there probably don't know or don't want you to know, one way or the other. And I post a couple other links down there to stuff like my free Forex podcast and others, just different great resources we have to help you on your journey to trade the Forex markets. As always, thanks and take care, and all the best with your Forex trading.